Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Hero Talks podcast. My name is Bart,
My name's Adam.
and today we will talk about overworking. This is really huge topic and interesting topic.
Yeah, you can start us off. So, what would be? So we're in Poland at the moment. What would be the average working week in hours for like most Polish people?
That's hard to say because in the contracts people have like 40 per week, but normally people work up to 80, I would say. But
Wow.
some
High people.
high people.
Yeah.
I mean, average. Let's say it's 55. That's the
So
average.
it's quite
Yeah.
a lot, isn't it? So it's probably 40 in the UK, but obviously people do extras, like you said.
Poland is overworked country. People work
overworked.
too much.
Yeah, it is overworked. So what we're going to start with, we're talking generalizing about overworking in general, but we'll start off with a couple of statements and what those statements mean in a phrase, in one phrase. So if I said to you, I'm going to tell you some words now: brag, put in, devote, take a toll on, hustle, track, perk, work yourself ragged. There's some phrases connected to overworking. Now I'm going to give you some sentences. So nowadays we often hear that we should work harder. What word could you use out of those to sort of summarize that sentence? Nowadays we often hear that we should work harder.
From the word that you mentioned
Yeah, like you could say. What would you say about that? What word comes to your mind before I track back to the words? What word comes to mind?
before.
So nowadays, we often hear, so from people, from places, we should work harder.
I don't remember this word.
Yeah,
which
so
mentioned.
you could say, you can hustle.
Mhm.
Hustle, which means like it's common practice to work harder and always work harder and keep climbing the ladder.
But hustle, I would use in the different sentence. I would use it when you are trying to find new ways to.
You could use
earn
it in
money.
different scenarios, but in general, it's like a common thing that people think you should work harder, you should hustle. It's called hustling. So, what do you think about that statement? So, like, it's common fact that people think this way. Like nowadays, we should work harder. Do you think that's common?
Not in 100%.
Okay.
I would say that people are thinking about working harder, but people are also thinking about working smarter.
Yeah.
They want to connect working smarter with working harder.
Yeah. Why work harder when you can work smarter?
Yeah.
What do you mean by that, though? Like, what is working smarter?
Because that means that if you work hard, you can have small results. If you work smart, you can have better results with less effort.
Yeah.
But if you connect work harder with work smarter, you will have big results.
Yeah, true. So this is another statement. So if I said to you, you look exhausted, you need to stop overworking.
Yep.
What would I mean by that?
That means that I look not good because you see that I am tired because of work.
Yeah, so you look physically tired from work and emotionally maybe. So I could say you're working yourself ragged. I could say that statement.
Ragged?
Ragged. It means like if I had some nice material like this cushion and I ripped it up into lots of different pieces, it becomes rags. It becomes damaged. So if I say you're working yourself ragged, it means you're tearing yourself up. You're just working too hard.
So you mean that you are working to achieve something, but in this time you are destroying yourself?
Yes, that's exactly what it means. Working yourself ragged. So another statement. He's been working long hours. He's been working long hours in the office recently. How would you summarize that? What could you say? So if someone's been working long hours in the office, how could you summarize that statement? So
Summarize.
like what have they been doing?
They work too long.
They've worked too long.
I mean, they are taking extra hours.
Extra hours. So you would say putting in. So you could say they've been putting in extra hours, not putting on a golf course into the hole. Putting in. It's called putting in. Okay. So he's always boasting about how much money he earns. What are you doing there? What's the word you're using? What word could you use to summarize that? When someone's always boasting, so showing off.
Mm-hmm.
What's another word for showing off, for boasting?
Mm,
It begins with B.
B.
Yes. Bragging.
Bragging. I
Yeah,
thought about it.
You were
but
just about to go. Yeah. I jumped in. It was about to go.
I will watch this in video because I wanted
If
to
you
say
watch
that.
it like 5 times minus reduce, you're like, and I'm like bragging. And it's going, yeah, so
I wasn't sure, but I wanted to use
as soon as I saw the, I was like bragging. I couldn't help it. I'm like a dog. Like as soon as the dog sits, it goes to give you the paw straight away. I just give him the paw. I saw him sit, and I give him the paw. So I saw the lips. It's like paw bragging like this. So basically, when you're always boasting, you're always showing off. Like I earn more money than my friends, so you're bragging.
I was looking for some rap song, and they are using bragging word to explain this type of the
Bragging,
thing.
yeah, bragging. That's where you learned it, yeah. So you can learn from anyone.
But I wasn't sure if it is correct word.
What about this? What word could you use for this? So, a company car. So a car that you get usually for free or very, very reduced from work. So a company car is not only a benefit that comes with a job. It's not the only benefit that comes with a job. So what is one word you could say? And it's 4-letter word, begins with P. So you would say it is a something of the job. It is a something of the job. So to get a company car, especially a nice one, it's a something of the job. It's a P, something.
Not payment. It is a profit.
Perk.
Perk?
Yeah. P-E-R-K. Perk of the job, you would say. So like,
But profit.
like I work many hours, and someone could say, but you get a nice company car. You could say, yeah, that is a perk of the job, because then you don't need to buy your own car. You get a nice car. We'll do one more. So overwork can
I use the word benefit instead of?
It is a benefit, yeah. It is a benefit of because you could say a company car is not the only benefit that comes with this job. You could say, yeah, it is a perk having the car.
Okay,
so it means the same thing. It's almost a synonym. So overwork can harm your mental and physical health. So it takes something on. It takes something on you. How would you say that? And it's a 4-letter word beginning with T.
I don't know.
Toll.
I have no idea.
Depends where you come from, how you say it. So it takes a toll on you, or it takes a toll on you. Do you know what a toll is, or a toll? What about a toll station? They have them in Poland. So when you go towards Katowice, you pass something on the motorway.
This is the
toll station.
Okay.
Toll station.
Now
so if something takes,
I remember because of the boards.
And what do you do?
You're paying for it.
So then there's many of them when you leave them motorways sometimes in little villages and cities to leave this way. So if something takes a toll on you, what does it do? So if overwork harms your mental and physical health, it takes a toll on you. So
I'm paying for it.
You pay for it somehow. Yeah. Exactly, somehow. You pay for it somehow. So sleepless nights, stressed out, it can affect your health. You can feel like lethargic and things. So this is what overwork can do. So we've got other words as well, like burnout, things like burnout. That's quite a simple one.
Simple and common.
Yeah, burnout. So, okay. So some quick questions. So do you agree that hustling hard, putting in long hours, and exhaustion are markers of success? So let me make it a bit more simple. So
I understand.
But just for the people listening, so hustling hard, putting in long hours, and exhaustion show that somebody is successful.
Of course not. Definitely not.
Okay. Why?
Because you can have a lot of money.
Yes.
But have no place in your life to go somewhere, to time to visit your family. Probably you have no friends because you have no time for them.
Okay.
Do you think? And also you you have no time to take care of yourself, of your shape, of your physical and physical shape, and also physical.
Yeah. What do you think? Mental. So what do you think about? What do you think about if there's no money involved, but you're still working really hard? Think about charity work. Is that a marker of success? Working to exhaustion in a charity, or is it never? Are those three things: hustling hard, putting in long hours and exhaustion, are they just not connected to success?
Mm, that's a good question, but depends how long you are doing it. Because you can help to other people, but when you are exhausted, you need help
Yeah.
in
Who
some
helps
way.
you? Who
Yeah,
helps you
exactly.
exactly?
And my way of thinking is that it's really nice and good to help to other people, but first thing first, you need to stabilize your life. Then you can help others.
So you would say charity starts at home.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Charity starts at home. So people say like, why don't you help yourself or your family before you help other people?
Exactly.
But
Definitely.
then no one helps anyone. You just look out for yourself. You know, so it is a strange one, that one. But what about like people that, you know, you see them podcasters and top influencers, they say they get up at 4 a.m. and they've trained, they've done this all by 9 a.m. Do you believe that's available for everyone to do, or does it not just work like that in
I
the real
mean,
world?
based on the lifestyle, for sure it's not, because people have different jobs, different, and also I would say that if you live in different part of the world, you can have different habits.
Definitely. The weather is the big
yeah,
one.
exactly. If you are living in, let's say, sunny
Australia.
country,
Australia,
you can wake up at 4 or 5 because it is sunny and it is easy.
What's the weather like here on Christmas morning?
Yeah,
What's the weather like?
already-
-10, -1.
-10.
In Australia, +40.
Exactly, and
You know, it's like-
exactly.
But I'm not saying that's good or bad, but it affects if you want to go cycling outside.
Exactly, and in Poland, for example, right now at 7 a.m. the sun started coming, so it is hard to wake up at 5 a.m. because of the weather.
Yeah, your biological clock, so your circadian rhythm, you would call it, your circadian rhythm, when you naturally get up, your sleep-wake cycle, basically. But I think, like, we talk about this a lot, but triathlon and triathlonists, all this, I keep going on about it. But I'm following a guy on the Instagram at the minute. He's a doctor. He's like 45 years old, and he's quite well known in the UK and around the place. And he has 2 kids, a wife, fully functioning general practitioner GP, works long hours, but he still manages to train for Ironman. And he gets up at like 4 a.m, does his indoor training or his outdoor training, you know, takes his kids to school, does a full day of work, and then does rehab. Like, that's like some serious commitment, you know, and he's quite good. I think if you're committed, but it also connects if you love your job. If you love your job and you like your job, it's not work anymore, it's just time. So like it depends what you do, and there's a lot of factors.
Exactly. Sometimes you are too overwhelmed to wake up earlier.
Yeah, sometimes you need sleep.
Because sometimes when you are in vacation time, you are not using your alarm, and you are waking up early because your body is like
set up this way, yeah. So, do you think the burnout and overwork culture is more prominent today than it was 20 or 30 years ago? So, is it more of a thing now to do this overworking hustle game than it was 20 or 30 years ago? Or do we just do things differently now?
Yes, I think that yes, because of the inflation of the things like that, people need
Cost of living.
People need to work more to earn money for the basic stuff.
Yeah.
Like going to some restaurants, it's like kind of the exclusive thing already. And also because of the world pressure, I would say.
Yeah,
Because people are comparing to each other, and
that's the big one. Comparing, you know, A to B, and comparing against people is never a good thing. You know, but that's what Instagram and social media is a lot of the time. It depends. I think X is more about opinions and things, especially now Elon Musk has taken it over. That's coming back now. You can say a bit more what you want to say, which you should be allowed to say, as long as it doesn't enhance or, you know, provoke terrorism or dangerous events. You should be able to say what you want to say. But on Facebook and Instagram, you can't. What you can do is show off about your fake life, creating photos and pictures. So there's a lot of comparing going on social media, different platforms as well. But that can make you feel like you're underachieving sometimes, and then you overwork or you overtry. So you can leave you chasing your tail, he would say a little bit. So Do you think that things will ever change in the future? So people might start to prioritize their well-being over financial benefits. And do you think AI will have a role in that?
Hmm.
It's a double-barreled question.
Boom. I don't know. That's the answer because
I've got some.
I can speculate actually.
Speculate, yeah.
For
That's what
me,
I'm
it's
asking
like it can affect, but yeah, it's like just tool for the people.
No, I mean when AI gets smart.
Uh,
Like Grok 3. So Elon Musk is doing Grok 1. Grok
Mhm.
2 will come out next year. And then he's looking to do Grok 3 2025. They're going to be big AI systems, very well trained.
yeah, I think that people will need to change their mindset to not work constantly about something. We need to change the mindset to the way that we need to be able to learn new things constantly.
Do you think, this is a big question, do you think we'll ever get to the stage where we become obsolete, not needed, so we actually have to find happiness because we won't be able to work because there is no jobs? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes, I mean it can
In
happen.
40 years, what will a computer do that we can't do? You know, what will it do stuff better than us?
Depends if you will have.
So we have to be
I
happy
mean,
because we don't have out to do.
Always we need to do something to survive. That's
Yeah.
the reason. If you like
Do you think that'll ever change though? Do you ever think AI will take over?
take over and what AI will
Not
create
negatively,
us,
not negative, but will become less needed.
you mean people? Yeah, we are already less needed because in the factories or something they are robots.
So what will we need to do?
But people still live.
Yeah, so we need to find purpose.
Yeah.
So like stuff to do. That's what I mean. So will happiness be on that
You
agenda?
can go to the forest and grab the mushrooms.
Yeah, so we're happy. We're
Yeah.
happy then. Yeah. You can send the robot to do that. You know, you can send the robot. So it'd be interesting to see how it goes in like 30, 40, 50 years. Hopefully I'm old by then and talking about leaving. So, has your... Let me think of any other questions. How often do you hear people bragging? So we're talking about bragging again. So how often do you hear about people bragging about their work? Bragging as in showing off.
Mhm.
Is it something that you hear a lot in your circle of worker friends, like colleagues, companions, not in your close friends? Do you see it online? Like, what do you think about it in the media? You know, like, there's different levels to this. So
Definitely in media. In
Yeah.
the people with I work with, I don't think so.
nobody is like that. No, so it's quite a
No.
nice culture at your
Yeah.
job. Okay.
I mean, people has money in life.
But they've got a nice culture about
Yeah.
it. They don't show off.
Exactly.
Okay. Do you think, what about like Wall Street traders?
What do you mean?
Wall Street in the stock market in the US where they all go to trade in the morning. So, you know, everyone's wearing a Rolex. Everyone's moving big numbers around.
Oh yeah.
It's a very,
You
it's
mean
almost
the
like a
guys
boxing
with,
match.
The guys with the suits and the legs.
like Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, that's a very competitive game to be in.
Yeah, but
do you think there's showing off that takes place in those kind of jobs?
I mean, they are showing off, but who cares? Just people around them, nobody else.
So it only matters to people in their circles.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. And also, like, you know, lawyers, people like that. So if you were a criminal, he's not, but if he was a criminal, not that we know of, but if he was a criminal, he's a chocolate criminal. He's having a diet at the moment, but he's usually a chocolate thief.
Chocolate anymore.
Chocolate Hoover. But going off topic. But imagine if you were a criminal and you wanted to be, you know, presented, and if you wanted someone to present you in court, would you choose the lawyer with the rubbish suit, the rubbish car, and no, you know, online presence, or would you go for the big hitter with the Bentley and the Rolex, who's won a lot of cases and he shows off online? Who would present you better, in your opinion?
That's
what would they feel like when he walks in the courtroom and everybody's like, oh, that's the guy, and then the other guy comes like, who's that? So like, it does matter. Do you think it does matter in some cultures?
in some cultures, yes.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So when you say it matters to their friends, not always. Public opinion matters. You know what I'm saying? So like,
yeah,
it's important to brag sometimes. It comes. You would say it comes with the territory. You know, like some jobs are just like that. They operate on that level of fakeness.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I mean? Like the appearance of wealth. You know, sometimes, like Muhammad Ali said this. He said, "I'm not a confident person. I fake confidence." He said, "If I fake it long enough, I start to believe it." So
Fake it till you make it.
fake it till you make it. Exactly, that's the more modern take on that. So sometimes you see these celebrities and wealthy people; they're actually not doing that well,
Yeah.
but they end up doing well in the end because they've just faked it all the way, and then something happens for them, a big hit happens because people believe what they see. You know, so I think it is important to brag in some cultures in work, otherwise you get left behind.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, but depends what you want to achieve, I would say.
Yeah, it depends what you want to do,
Because
what kind
I
of
don't know,
work.
in the sport, you will choose the trainer who has a big background, not the watch which is worth $100,000.
Yeah, true. Also, this word devotion. So when you devote your life or you devote your time, you take time to do something particular. You devote. So, has your devotion for your work ever taken a mental toll on you or your family's life? So, like, has it ever caused you any issues? Your commitment to this working hard. Have you paid a price in other aspects? Sometimes?
Probably, yes. A lot of businessmen are divorced. Most of them, I would say.
High number of them, yeah.
Yeah.
Or troubles.
Yeah.
What about you, though, particularly? Bart's not quite single, but
Yeah. So I don't know what to say in this topic.
He's not married.
I'm not married, and
Get a good deal with Bart. I'll get
my
you a
wife
good
is going good. Is doing good.
I'll get you a good deal if you're interested. We'll be able to work it out. I'm the middleman.
Yeah, but I mean that I maybe overwork sometimes.
Yeah.
Most of the time, but I have like no family, and that's why I'm doing it.
You've got more time.
Yeah.
But do you think it takes away from your personal time sometimes? Is it stuff you would rather be doing, or do you enjoy it?
Yes and no in the same time, because I can spend this time to do some other things, but if I doing the working stuff which I enjoy also, why not?
Why not? Yeah. Okay.
I would say that this podcast, for example, is the best
It's a
example
hobby.
here.
It's like a hobby.
It's a kind of hobby, but we are spending the time together. We are doing interesting things.
You're not drinking in a bar.
Exactly. We are productive during our free time.
And you still get to do all your other extra things like fitness, this. So this is just another hobby.
Yeah, exactly.
I think of it that way as well. It's a time well spent, ultimately. Yeah. Yeah, it's just saying about the whole point of this was a little bit new vocabulary. So like devoting, hustling, bragging, things like this. What is the perk of the job? But ultimately, like, why society glamorizes overworking. So at the moment, there is a lot on Instagram. It's just fed by social media, a lot of it, but working harder is better, but it's not always the case. You need to work smarter.
Yeah, but also in Instagram, you see the people who achieve something, let's say, but there is like thousands of the people also on Instagram who are not like rich, and they are just normal, and you don't see it because you're following just these people who achieve something. That's like
you follow what you want to see ultimately.
Yeah.
You follow what you want to see. So
or something which can inspire you.
Yeah, in negatively or positively and stuff like that. So yeah, there's a lot of hidden agendas, you would say, on social media within the algorithms. You know, there is some evilness in there which guides this, I think. You are what you see. You become what you do and see. So it's important to set your filters correctly on Instagram, but and try not to compare yourself to people too much. I think you're always going to lose when you compare.
Yeah.
Your vision of happiness or overworking isn't the same as someone else's. You know, the grass. There's another one. The grass is always greener on the other side.
Yeah, in your neighbors.
Yeah, and when you get there, you think it wasn't really worth it, and you need to remember that. Some people need to remember that sometimes. So yeah, overworking isn't always the solution. That's it basically. I think that'll wrap it up. It's a little short podcast with some new vocabulary, just touching on a subject more than anything. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that.
Yeah, I think we can end up here.
Cool. Yeah.
So thank you for
listening. Looking for a wife if anybody's interested.
I will put the link.
They must be able to use the microwave. They must be able to wash and clean and stuff stuff like that. So that's all Bart's interested in.
I can cook. I can cook.
Bart can cook. He's a good cook.
But somebody need to clean the dishes.
So it's a 50-50 arrangement. You know?
But I can buy dishwasher also.
But yeah, it's a 50-50 arrangement.
Yeah. Thanks for listening. Adam is an English teacher, and if you want to have a private lesson 1-on-1 with him, let's check the link in the description and schedule first lesson for free with him. Full recommendation from my side. I am also his student.
Yeah, I'm on LinkedIn and adamsenglishschool.com, and we can work something out on my calendar. If you want a free lesson or want to brush up on some English for a trip or for work or for a promotion, something, we can work on all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks for today and listening and see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.